What's up, my people? It's your boy again, Yavo, aka Django 3000 with Sci-Fi EggHeads. Man, thanks for joining us today. And today we're gonna talk again about Wandavision. We're gonna bring out some Easter eggs, man, that we didn't bring out prior. This one actually regarding episode 7. So stay in there with us, man, and we're gonna bring you guys some great content. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us. Like I said, it's your boy Yavo. Who I got with me today?
This is E. Murph, the one and only, and coming at you. Thank you all for joining us for another exciting episode of Sci-Fi EggHeads. I want to go ahead and tell you from the rip, spoilers alert. Spoiler alert, because you're going to have a lot of spoilers in this one. Also, I want to make sure to get this announcement out. Next week, we're going to have to be doing a special episode on Monica Rambeau, her origin story. It's really some exciting stuff, especially looking at how the name Captain Marvel was able to be taken from DC back to Marvel because of her. So we'll get into all that next week. But today, like our boy Django 3000 said, we're just gonna be looking at the some of the Easter eggs in episode 7, and we're gonna give you our personal take on the episode at the end.
Hey, can I make a personal note, man?
Go ahead.
Hey, man, this is straight from my heart, man. I hope you guys believe in me, man, and like I say, man, it's coming from my heart, man. But this is here to all the haters out there, man. Man, bump y'all, man. If y'all don't like what me and E talking about, man, change the channel, man. It's like this right here, man. We do this from the bottom of our hearts and stuff, man. And we bring y'all content, man. Not just content, but we bring y'all theories. These are our theories, man. Hey, listen here, man. If you don't believe in the theories, man, that's your preference, man. But listen here, man. I think, man, if you got a comment, put it down there in the comment section, man. Let's talk about this thing, man. Don't get out there on Twitter universe, man, talking your junk. Make it relevant. Ain't that right, E?
Exactly.
Let me get a hold of you. Let me get a hold of you one time, man. I ain't gonna take it easy on you. I don't care nothing about you going home crying to your grandma.
Yeah, I've been holding punches. Yeah, you got a lot of big giants on the internet, but
Listen here, man. I don't care unless your name Kevin Feige or any of the writers on WandaVision, man. You definitely don't know what's going on till it happens on live TV. All this is speculation, man. All this is just information gathered, pooled together, and we trying to figure this thing out, man. I'm trying to make this show relevant to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this show make sense to me. Thus far, it ain't making no sense to me, man, because I got some questions, man. I hope you I hope you get around to answering some of those questions today, E. But, for the most part, man, this show is lacking, bro. It's lacking, man.
Hey, I'm 100% with you. And I'm just going to say this. I was going to hold off on saying it, but I'm going to say that, and this is the honest truth. I don't intentionally tell a lie. If I'm going to tell you something, I believe it to be true. Yesterday, when I watched this show, I started watching it about 5 something in the evening. I fell asleep halfway. Honest to God, truth. Fell asleep halfway. Came back 2 or 3 hours later and finished it. Because it just didn't catch my attention. But I will say, Monica Rambeau has caught my attention. And she makes it.
Why? Because she fine. Because she's super fine. That's why she caught your attention.
Well, I mean, her story interests me.
Oh.
She's some eye candy. Can't take that from her. But the story does interest me, so she has caught my attention. But let's dive in, Doc.
It's on you, man. I said my little piece, man. You know what I mean? I put that challenge out there to all y'all super nerds, man. Bring it on.
Yeah, we ain't holding punches. All right, so this is just a little itty bitty Easter egg. I should have put it on the itty bitty page because there's a bunch of little itty bitty Easter eggs in it. This is one of them. If you notice, she's on a hit the comforter that's on her. It's hexagonal shape, and it's not like she's on the hexagon. The hexagon is on her. It's kind of like a nod saying she's not in control of this situation.
Okay.
So
that's a stretch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I thought you was gonna I thought you were gonna say that was like one of the patterns on Thanos' gauntlets or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you. It's just some little stuff that caught my attention. All right, another it's a series of itty bitty Easter eggs. None of them were really big, except for like maybe one or two, and that's toward the end. But here are those little itty bitty ones. I just kind of grouped them onto a page. Like Modern Family, for example. It had the Modern Family theme coming in. The way they come in and the background, it was a Modern Family this time. I forgot that guy's name that played on Modern Family, but he's kind of like the face of it. Then we got the boys. They're in the colors of their characters with the comics.
What are their names in there? What are their character names? It's what Wiccan and something, Speed or something.
Yeah, I don't have it, but I know that their colors are the same colors they're wearing. And I do know their powers. One of them is Speed, and the other one has powers similar to Wanda.
Okay. Telekinesis and mind reading. Telepathy and ESP, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, they got a lot of characters with that same power, man.
A bunch of them. Then we got the radio station that we heard while she was in the kitchen. It said, "Tune in. Thank you for tuning in to WNDA." Wanda.
Wanda, okay.
Obvious. Then we had the sugar snaps, is a reference to Thanos, but also, you know, the clown on the sugar snaps kind of referenced the people she turned into clowns.
Yeah.
And then we had I added this one in at the last minute, which was it has a red, eating out this red bowl, and she's got this red top. Then her boy's wearing red. Then anytime something crazy finna happen, you see something in the background red. It kind of reminded me of this show called The Sixth Sense, way back in the day, where the boy could see dead people. And their tone also did the same thing. Anytime there was something red in the background, you know something crazy was finna happen, or he would start breathing cold air. So it kind of reminded me of what they were doing with the color red in Wanda.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it's
again, I was about half asleep watching it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a couple of scenes where there's red, and it kind of stands out a little bit more than the others. But yeah, those are some of the itty bitty ones. There was a bunch of other itty bitty ones I didn't even waste my time with.
You know, my wife won't even watch that show, man.
My daughter still won't. I can't make Chaz and Angel watch it. I'm like, I ain't finna watch no black and white. I said, it's not black and white no more.
I caught this reference right here. I caught this one. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So as you know, the Nexus is like a group that monitors time. I'm sorry, Nexus beings are those individuals that can manipulate time. Nexus beings. Individuals like Loki. He's considered a Nexus being. And these beings are being monitored by the TVA, also known as the Time Variance Authority. So, she's eating a Nexus capsule, or taking a Nexus capsule, because she, as in a nod to say, she can manipulate time. Agatha Harkness can, and of course, Mephisto can. But anyway, they gave, and notice what color it is. What color they chose. But anyway.
Well, you know what, though? I always thought the Nexus person was like, when you deal with the multiverse, say like Wanda is a Nexus person, so no matter what verse she's in, she's the same person. That's why I thought that's what the Nexus was.
And yeah, these are Nexus beings. Yeah, they're Nexus beings. They can monitor the time. I mean, they can manipulate the timeline. So we got a time variance authority that monitors those individuals that can do that. So
yeah, I caught that on that Loki preview.
yeah, Loki is one of those individuals that they jailed because of that in that trailer. But it gives reference to the TVA because some of those had, I think we saw that in one of their outfits of TVA. But yeah, that's a big one. That's one of the big ones. That's why I put that one by itself. Then this next one. So we know that Monica Rambeau has her power, and she gets it being able to manipulate energy. I put it on there because I thought it was very interesting that Patch guy, what's his name? Samuel Jackson, his character.
I'm talking about Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury. He told her that she would be able to come with him in space when she is able to light up like Captain Marvel. The irony is now she can light up. So it's gonna come full circle to him telling her that when she was younger, that she'll be able to go out into space or go with them when she's able to light up. Because she wanted to go. She wanted to go with her in that movie.
Well, you know what the real irony is, right?
What's that?
The real irony is he was telling her that she would be able to come up in space with him when she get her powers. But you remember, Monica Rambeau was the very first Captain Marvel. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And Photon, you know. So that was the actual irony. The fact that he was telling her while Captain Marvel was there when she's actually the first character. You get what I mean?
Man, you just said so many ironies in addition to that. Because, you know, we're going to talk about this later, but it's so ironic that, okay, why does she have to wait for her to do it? Why does the little black kid got to wait? But they ain't going to get into all that right now. But I'm like, there's so many ironies there, and she's being told that by Nick Fury. But anyway,
well, I already tell you right now, they made this Marvel, this Captain Marvel version right here iconic. So therefore, you know, they pretty much kind of etched the history on that character. So what you see is what you get now. So Monica Rambeau is not gonna be Captain Marvel in no kind of fashion, man. She's just gonna be Photon. You know what I mean? She's not gonna be registered as Captain Marvel at all. Not in the current MCU.
Right. So, moving on. Where do we begin on this? All right, the one thing I want to know, because kind of all of this has been obvious to me, but one thing I want to know, if you to really notice the color of her eyes, and I don't know if you can kind of tell that they are purple. That's going to be important towards the end on what's going on. Her eyes are purple. And that's really the only reason I put this here. Now, I will say this. I saw where some of the guys was like, Mephisto. I thought y'all said it's going to be Mephisto. But two things. One, we still got 2 big episodes. And 2, I made the call that she was Agatha Harkness. And I think that's the next slide that kind of shows you that.
I think everybody made that call, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so.
And that brooch gave her away.
It won't give that video. Golly. The video is actually in the PowerPoint, but it wouldn't. But I'm actually on there saying, this is Agatha Harkness, and her in the witch outfit kind of shows it. And
dude, you trying to prove your point, man?
No, I was just showing, because I know people
don't let the nerds win, man.
No, I'm just saying, because you know there'll be people that's gonna come back and say, you didn't say that was Agatha Harkness, you said it's gonna be Mephisto. But this is the thing,
it is Mephisto.
Yeah, I think it still is.
Yeah,
but
it
I
is.
did say that that she was Agatha Harkness.
Eddie, do you know how dumb it would be for her to identify herself before the finale that way, and there's so many loopholes in it, man?
And I'm gonna
You
say
mean to tell me? Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this too, man. If they ended with just some kind of fight between her and Wanda and Vision dies, I'm gonna be like, I gave them too much credit. I thought that they wrote more into it and gave it to Mephisto, and he was manipulating her and Wanda. But if that's how it's gonna end, I'm gonna be like, I gave that writer too much credit.
Well, I put it like this right here. For some reason, man, the powers that Vision has, he has it inside this hex. And when he used his power on what we thought was Agnes at the time, it actually worked. She woke up, man. You know what I mean? She didn't know where she was. You feel what I'm saying? But I think she was actually being controlled just like everybody else. You know, she was being controlled by her powers. Because if you remember that cartoon, Yo Magic, it says the survivors they eat the Yo Magic. How was it put?
Yo Magic snacks for survivors.
Snack for survivors. That's right. That's Mephisto feeding off her and Wanda. You know what I mean? He's using Agnes to control Wanda, and he's using Wanda to control everybody in the hex. You know what I mean?
Yep, and you hit on the next slide, which is why I included that right there.
Go ahead.
Because you know when he was cutting that wall, and he was scared to say something in front of Wanda, and she stopped him. Agnes stopped him. That showed me right there that she didn't have control. Now that proves 2 points to me. One, either the writers didn't know who was going to be their ultimate villain in the end, and they were writing it as they go. Or two, they intentionally misled us on this scene so that they can come back and show, okay, it was her. But if they did intentionally mislead us, what's to say that they're not intentionally misleading us in episode 7 with all the signs saying Agnes is behind it all? Okay, they could be misleading us too, and it still could be Mephisto.
Yeah, it is Mephisto. Think about it. When she came through that wall, when she came through that hex, and I'm talking about Monica Rambeau, she had her powers, right? And when she looked at everything, she could see in different spectrums, and she saw the magic that Wanda was weaving intertwined with the purple magic. You remember that? So
That's
both
right.
of them was using their powers at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Good point. I didn't catch that. That's a good point.
yeah, I mean both of them were using their powers at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you right here, Agnes is pointed to her as being the bad guy, but I don't think she really is. Right. I think she's being controlled, man. Go ahead.
I can go with that. And just to kind of wrap up these last two. So I included this slide because the actor that plays Monica Rambeau made a statement, and I want to read it exactly the way she said it. If I can't find it right quick, I'm just going to tell you what she said, which is, she says that the finale is going to be epic, sad, and surprising. So we can kind of draw from that one, somebody's going to die that people find relate to. I think your theory was that it's going to be Vision. Epic meaning it's going to probably be a fight between two witches or Mephisto joining in or some kind of way. It's going to be epic.
No, I guess you missed the short clip with Elizabeth Olsen. They actually had Elizabeth Olsen in the director's chair, and they were interviewing her, and she had the comic books, and she was basically telling you how this show was derived from these 3 comic books, and it was like the House of M, and I forget the name of it, and basically the House of M and all those, they tell you that the universe crossed over to the mutants. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of people are getting their info from, those comic books. And if you hadn't seen, I'm seeing that link, man. I'm gonna see what you can get out of it, man. But I'm almost certain that Mephisto is gonna be the bad guy of this show. But the second thing I'm almost certain of is this is gonna be the crossover movie for the X-Men in some fashion. We gonna get the X-Men out of this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of worrying me, man, because how many episodes we got left?
2.
So it's gonna be what, 9 episodes? Why 9 episodes, not 10?
That's it.
That's
9
weird,
episodes.
man. Well,
so got that, and this is our last 2 slides. I tried to find a cleaner shot, but if you notice on this shot, this is where she's going down, and then she gets surprised by Pietro, quote unquote Pietro, who tells her Snooper's gonna snoop. And when she turns around, her eyes are purple. Not blue, purple. That tells me she's been taken over by either Agnes or somebody else.
so that could very well mean everybody that's in the cast is controlled by Agatha Harkness.
True.
Huh?
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I saw that difference, her eyes being purple instead of blue. So if you ever get a chance to go back and watch it, just look at that scene. Look at what colors.
I can see her eyes right here. Her eyes are purple.
Yep. And then our last one that I included.
Locust.
I included this one because after doing a little more research, Mephisto has shown himself or appeared in several scenes in comics and so forth as a fly.
Or a locust. You know, a locust is like a harbinger of death. It's they refer to in biblical terms as the devourer. You know what I mean? So yeah, that could be him. Damn.
That's all I got. But I just wanted to share those thoughts with you. Now, Tim, I think we kind of already said it, but just in real quick, any other information you want to add about what you thought about the series? I mean, that episode.
Yeah, it was total garbage. I think that they wasted a whole episode with nothing, man. You know. So what they trying to say? Everybody that went in the head is gonna have superpowers, man. So Darcy gonna have superpowers now. What does that mean, man? Everybody that's inside the hex, their molecules been changed. You know what I mean?
I hope that's not what they finna do, because they just created like a whole army of them if they did.
Well, it could be mutants. You know what I'm saying? It could be the people who have kids. You know, they could make mutants or something, man. But you know, to me it's just all over the place, man. I just wish they would have just stuck with one theme and stayed with it. Just stayed with the Vision and Wanda, you know what I mean, and not so much, you know, gravitate toward the children and all that kind of stuff. It's real confusing, man, because like now, you know, you bring in Agatha Harkness, right? Mm-hmm. But you spend all this time bringing Pietro back, building this character. Okay, this is not even the same Pietro that was in the same universe with Wanda. Yeah, he's Pietro, but he just so happened to be the same Pietro from a different universe in the Marvel universe. You see what I'm saying? They making it so confusing. And even Wanda, like, why don't you look the same? You know what I mean? So if this is just a construct that Agatha Harkness has created, you know how garbage that's going to be for our storytelling, man.
I feel you. And, you know, I'm just going to say this. I'm still rooting for the show. I wanted to have a great, big, nice climax. But right now, I'm still unimpressed. And that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. So for all the super nerds that don't like it, I don't care. I'm not impressed that much with this. I like finding the Easter eggs, but even that, the Easter eggs in the last one were boring. But with that said, we have to sign off now. This has been E-Murph, the one and only, joined by
the most disappointed co-host in the universe, Django 3000.
And we'll be coming back at you with a special edition on Monica Rambeau. Peace. Y'all hold it down.
Y'all hold it down, except all y'all super nerds out there, man.